Okay, so I just want to know who to report interference with child custody to. You're a law firm that helps with child custody issues.
He does, yes.
Okay, so who would he report the interference with child custody crimes to?
Who would he report them to?
Yeah, how do I get? Because multiple parties have sabotaged my rights as a parent, and I haven't been able to find anyone for years to report that to. So they keep getting away with it for years. So they did it with my son, and they're getting away with it with my daughter. For years, I have not been. It's been impossible for me to get any consequences, and legal representation too.
Okay.
So who do you report the interference with child custody crimes to, ma'am?
Well, I can't answer that. It's a legal question.
It's just you don't. I don't understand why no one will tell me who to report the interference with child custody crimes to. CPS won't tell me.
If it's a crime, then you would have to report it to the police.
Okay.
But if you're trying to resolve a court case that's actually pending in the court, or you want to sue somebody with a new lawsuit, then you would hire an attorney to do that. But if you're trying to report a crime, then you'd have to call the police. But I can certainly get your name and a telephone number and see if he can give you a call to actually discuss it a little further, and then he can book you an appointment if you would like to come in and, retain.
Okay, but as far as getting any information, you're unwilling to give me anything over the phone on how you can assist and what are the possible steps that we can take so I know what I would be spending my time, investing my time for?
If it's any kind of legal advice, I can't give you that because I'm not an attorney.
Well, see, ma'am, before I had the stalkers, attorneys did not withhold information. They didn't, they wouldn't withhold on the possibilities of what we can do to combat the situation. They made me feel comfortable. Now all attorneys withhold information everywhere I call. They don't want me to know my rights. They don't want me to know the procedure. They don't want me to know a game plan on how they can assist. And then they deny services.
Okay,
so I've called for years, ma'am. I've called for years.
Anybody else.
But as far as this law firm, can you give me anything on my rights on what you can do for interference with child custody? What would he do regarding that?
Well, he would have to file a suit. If you're wanting to file a lawsuit, he can help you with that. If you currently have one pending, then he could come in and become your attorney of record.
Okay, so I did say that there was interference. I did say that there were interference with child custody crimes.
Okay.
So who would represent me for that? Who would represent me and protecting me when the crime is being committed against me for interference with child custody? This is a family law firm.
Well, he could become your attorney if you would like to retain him.
Well, I'm asking how he would be able to help me with interference with child custody. What would he do to represent me when someone made false statements to a family court regarding situations that didn't occur? What does he do to represent me for that?
Well, you'd have to retain him. He would probably want to depose any parties that had information to get that all out on the record in order for you to use it in court to prove your case.
He would want to depose?
He would want to depose the parties involved, yes.
What do you mean by depose?
It would have to be a deposition.
And then after that?
He'd have to issue subpoenas in order to get people to come to a deposition, and he would ask them questions on the record under oath.
So they don't go to jail? They don't go to jail, ma'am? They don't go to jail? They don't go to jail. If their crime is being committed, I've been waiting years, ma'am, and have never had an answer. If a crime is being committed, how do you get the parties that are committing the crime of interference with child custody paying an attorney? What do you do to do you contact the police? Because I haven't been able to contact them on my own. Do you contact the court? What is this whole black pit that I have never been able to find? A never ending.
Again, I can't answer answer to any other attorney's office.
I'm calling this one, ma'am. I'm just calling this one. How can you help assist when interference with child custody crimes are going on to help me report it to get the person the charges they deserve?
He'd have to be retained in order to represent you in the court of whatever county you happen to be living in.
What is the procedure, ma'am, of getting? Who do you report it to?
Well, I don't know that answer. That's like a legal question. I can't answer that question. That would be for the attorney to answer. He's the one that's going to know.
So you don't know who he will report the interference with child custody crimes to. You don't know who that would be reported to.
I don't know unless it's the police. If you keep talking about a crime, I don't know what that crime is.
Interference with child custody. I've said it multiple times. Interference with child custody. I've said it multiple times.
If it's interference with child custody, I would assume that you would contact the police. If you have an order that says you have.
I don't understand if you help with child custody, why you wouldn't know that if you're paid to help with child custody, why you wouldn't know who to report the interference with child custody to.
I'm not a paralegal. I'm a
Ma'am, it's draining talking to scammers all day, ma'am. Bye.